Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. How you guys doing? Welcome back. I want to tell you guys thank you for the subscribers, the new subscribers that I have. As you guys know, there is a new member in the family. What I've been praying for, God has answered my prayer. Well, I'm here to share my labor and delivery story, how it all happened. As some of you guys knew that I wanted to have a VBAC. I was ready for it. It's been 5 years since I had a C-section, so I was going to give this one a try. So I am going to share my story with you guys to know what happened, how did the VBAC and why did the VBAC fail. So I remember that morning I wake up, I felt a little gush. And I wasn't sure if my water broke, but I was kind of like ready. And I went to check myself. It wasn't pee. So I'm like, okay, I'm not sure. Maybe my water broke because it's my first time experiencing this at home. So I wake up and we went to the hospital to check. So when we went to check, I was like 36 weeks and 3 days. At that point, when we went to check, they was like, yep, your water broke. I was surprised. You know, when you know there's a possibility, but you're not sure 100%. It was like, your water broke, we're going to keep you. I'm like, oh my God. But thank God that I was kind of ready for a baby. I had ordered my stuff. My chair came and different stuff that I needed for the baby came by then. So, that morning when they checked me, they said my water broke. I was supposed to eat breakfast. I didn't because I wasn't sure what was going to happen. And when I get to the hospital, I'm like, I'm starving. Can I please eat something? The doctor was like, okay, since your water broke, you have no contraction. You can eat, but after a certain amount of time, you're not allowed to eat. I was like, okay, whatever. As long as I can eat something because I was starving. Well, I didn't have no contraction. They put me in the room. I was on a peanut ball. I was just doing different exercise, not really walking because they don't want you walking since your water broke. They don't want you walking. So I was like basically sitting. They was putting me sitting in different position to see if I can have contraction. And nothing happened. The doctor was like, well, in 1 more hour, if you don't have no contraction, we are going to try the Pitocin, but we can't go to hard. I think they can only go to 10 cc. I'm not sure how they call it. They cannot do too much because I had a C-section. I was like, okay. And so they did that, and I had contractions, but not that much. And they checked me, my centimeter. I think I was still 3 centimeter or 2 centimeter. I'm not sure. So they was like, okay, they are going to try the Foley ball, which is a ball that they put inside of you when you ready, it come out, something like that. So yeah, so they did that, and when it came out, I think it came out around 8 o'clock or 7 something, 8 o'clock. They checked me. They was like, you are 6 centimeter. My water was broken at that time. I had contractions. I had some bad contractions. I said bad contraction. I was screaming, yelling. I'm like, give me the epidural. Oh my God, it was so painful. So when they was giving me the epidural, I was having contraction in between. I feel like with this baby, I was more aware of what was going on with my body, my pain, my body pain. So I'm like, the pain was so hard when they was giving me the epidural. So I'm like, okay. After they gave it to me, my water was keep broken, water was keep coming out. And then I'm like, okay, so they had, when the doctor checked me, he was like, you are 6 centimeter. There is one little pouch of water that was not broken, so he broke the water. When he broke the water, I'm telling you guys, in 1 minute, so quick. When I say so quick, everything changed. So they checked me. The next thing I know, the nurse was like, cord. And her hand was inside of me. And she was like, stay calm. We are going to have so many people in here and stuff. I'm like, oh my God, what is going on? At that point, I stayed calm, but I was panicking on the inside because I'm like, what happened? Because the change happened so quick. The next thing I know is inside, like inside of the room, there was like so many people inside, and they was running and rushing with me. I am talking about the nurse was on top of me. The nurse was on top of me. Her hand was inside of me holding the baby head, and they was rushing and running with me. At that point, everything like was just hitting the wall. The IV was hitting the wall. The plugs, they was just running with me. The last thing that I remembered was them running with me and telling me, do I feel, when I get into the C-section room, there was like operating room, there was like, do you feel anything? I felt like a knife, but I didn't really feel nothing, because thank God that I had already had the epidural. So the next thing they did is they gave me medicine, Novocaine, I think that's what they call it, so I could sleep through the C-section. And then I'm like, but one thing that I remembered when they was running with me, because the lady was like, breathe for you and your baby, breathe so you can save you and your baby. So I'm like, oh my God, this is serious. This is some serious situation. It felt like I was in a movie. It happened so quick. It felt like I was in a movie. And I'm like, the whole time they was running with him, like, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I was trying my best to stay calm. I'm like, Jesus, when you give, you don't take. Because now this lady's telling me that there is a chance that I might lose my baby. I don't care. I'm not going to say that I don't care if I die. But I'm like, oh my God, I might lose my life and my baby. I may not, you know, I may not be able to hold my baby. And I'm like, Jesus, please, please, Jesus, please, Father, help me, Lord, help me, help us, Father. When you give, you don't take. When you give, you don't take. You gave me that baby, and I know you're not going to take her away. So when they finally take me to the C-section room where they was going to do the operation, I see that different people was in there. They was plugging, they was checking this, some of them was putting the stuff up where they block your face. A whole bunch of crazy stuff was going on at that point. So I didn't want to go to sleep through it, because of course I want to know what's going on. And then the next thing I know is I was not in control of my body. I was out. I felt like I saw stars, I saw flowers, I saw different stuff. You know, when you're in a musical movie where you see different things, it's like, oh my God. And then I fall asleep through it. But the whole time I was falling asleep, the only thing I was saying is, Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. I was so scared on the inside, but I didn't show it on the outside. So when they finally woke me up, there was like, I heard them inside the delivery room, like the nurses, the doctors. It was like, yeah, when she passed out, she was calling Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. And there was like, everybody in there was like, you were so calm. You did great. You did great. In my heart, I'm like, you just don't know. My Jesus, my God kept me calm that whole time on the outside, because on the inside I was just praying him, because I thought I was going to die. Because the way when you falling asleep, when they give you that medicine, it's like you fighting to stay awake, but you actually losing control. So when I wake up, they usually show me my baby. When I wake up, I'm like, where is the baby? And they was like, well, she had difficulty breathing, because what happened was they end up explaining me the situation. They call it prolapse cord, where the cord came out before the baby head. So the doctor was like, there must be a hand that was holding you guys. I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I know it was my Jesus who was holding me and this baby, because we could have died, because they said the cord was just on top of her head and it fall out. So she was coming down. It's like she was killing herself. She was pressing on the cord. And I'm like, not only that, the baby pooped inside of me. That was another scare also. So she had already drank some of that poop fluid. They call it meconium, I think. That's the name of it. So they definitely kept her in the NICU so they could have run tests and make sure she didn't have no infection, because she had already drank some of that meconium water. She pooped inside of me. So when they bring me to the recovery room, I'm like, I want to see the baby. They was like, she was out of it. They had to help her with her breathing. So I didn't get a chance to hold her. I had to wait for them to put me in my room in order for me to go see her in the NICU. So I am so grateful that God gave me and my baby life. It is so funny how you plan something, how you think something is going that way, and it just changed all of a sudden, and you just not in control. And I am so grateful that God was was there. My Jesus was there in the room at that time, because it could have been a different story. I could have been dead right now, or I could have come home without my baby, and I don't know how would I survive it, because it was so hard for me not to be able to hold her and see her right away. It's like, I don't know how would I feel to come home without my baby. I am so grateful to him, because even like we had so many episodes happen in the hospital. It's like I didn't come home until 8 days after. So it's like I am so grateful that I am here. And I am so grateful for the people who was praying for me, family member, friend, family, church that was just praying for me. And I thank God that I am alive, that I am here today to give my story. Thank you guys, my videos, for the comment. As you guys know, I have my new baby girl. I love her so much. I feel so happy. Sometimes you can ask God for something, when he give it to you, you feel different about it. I definitely feel so happy to finally be a girl mom. I am so grateful to have her, and I have to share the story of how I almost lost her for the second time. This is the reason that I have not been posting, because after coming from the hospital, a lot has happened. So thank you guys for watching my video. Thank you guys for the support. Continue sharing my video, continue liking my video. Guys, see you guys on another video. Bye bye.